So there's been a thought that I've been dealing with lately, and it's a thought that YouTube really just wants you to be one thing, and how that feels kind of weird in a social context, because when you think about your friends, you don't really just think of them as just one thing. Maybe some of them, they might have a main interest or a job that they do. But I feel like a person would be kind of boring if they only had one thing that they did, like exclusively, where they only play board games, or they only play guitar. And if you tried to do anything else with them, they just would shut down and not be interested. However, that's what YouTube and social media kind of wants from us, or that's what gets rewarded. If you promise this thing and you always deliver that thing, then people will see it and the algorithm will push it forward. And it makes sense because that's kind of how a business would work. If you went to a pizza place because you love their pizzas, and then suddenly they say, hey, we also sell, I don't know, little potted plants. There might be some people who want to buy a little potted plant with their pizza, but most of the people are there for the pizzas. And if they ever decided, hey, for this week, we're not selling pizzas, we're just going to focus on the plants, they'd probably lose out on some business because that's just not what people are going there for. So it makes sense from a business standpoint, but from a creative person standpoint, it feels like it's very limiting, because I am in this challenge where I'm doing 30 days of vlogs and talking about the various things, and I don't really have a consistent theme or subject that I'm necessarily going for, just talking about whatever's interesting right now. And I'm just trying to have fun with it. I'm trying to be creative. But every time I think that I could be like, oh, I could be this thing, I just realize that how much my own stuff changes from time to time. Sometimes I'm super big into notebooks and analog productivity. And I'm like, I could be like a notebook guy. And I think about maybe writing a video or talking about it. And then circumstances in my life change and I still use notebooks, but not as much. And maybe I'm using apps more. And then I realize I'm like, okay, well, it's probably good I didn't just start committing to being notebook guy, because I might not be doing that much anymore. And even if I did have this one interest, I have a lot of interests. I love backpacks. I play guitar. I like analog notebook stuff. I like productivity. However, when I think about just making a channel that's just that, it just doesn't sound as interesting to me. Maybe through this process, I will find the thing that I really like to talk about and that I want to keep making content about. But right now, it feels odd, because I'm not coming to this as a business right now. I'm coming to this as a creative person who wants to meet other creative people. But still, I'm being pressured and rewarded if I can just find one niche thing that people can sell. And it's like, oh man. And I feel the pressure, even though I'm trying to do this just for fun right now. I can tell, I know that's just how the YouTube game is played. There are creators that I like that I probably would watch almost anything that they would do just because they're funny or quirky or whatever. But most of the time, you kind of need to have one main thing that you're focusing on. And yeah, I don't really have an answer for this. If you do, if you have any thoughts, or if you've felt this before, comment below. I'd love to hear about it. But just this thought of YouTube and any social media, but specifically I'm on YouTube right here, really just wants to pigeonhole you into saying well, what's the one thing you want to be? Or what's the one thing you want to do? And as humans, we're way more complex. I want my friends to have different hobbies and interests, and that's interesting because I can get insight from them in a way that I probably wouldn't pursue on my own. It just doesn't really work here, so I don't know. It's just weird. And that's something I'm wrestling with and trying to figure out, is there one thing I want to talk about, or do I just have fun with it right now and see where it goes? Right now, the answer is B. I'm just going to have fun with it and see where it goes and see if I land on a topic. But yeah, share your thoughts. I want to hear if I'm the only one thinking this, or if there's other people who think the same thing. That's all I've got for today. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one.